Hey, what's up?
Oh shoot, my stuff's not showing. Where's my camera at? Okay. Nothing much. Today I think I've postponed enough and I'm going to run a Instagram ad and I'm going to burn away $100 and then I'm going to measure the results and do the math for how much money do I need to spend per day and how much inventory do I need to have based on clicks and conversions. That's my agenda for today, in which if I have, well, I think I'll have a couple clicks at minimum. But if it becomes overwhelming, then that's valuable data that I can use as ammunition for my application to Y Combinator. And I'll probably end up spending another $10,000 on inventory based on those metrics that I'm going to take today. If it if I'm overwhelmed with interest or clicks or conversions that I can't satisfy. So I have like almost two of everything in my inventory. I could go to the grocery store and pick up some prepackaged party trays. Um, but today is just running a test. It's spring break. It's crazy out here. I haven't checked the Miami news. I'm almost positive someone got shot. It's so crowded down there. I wasn't even expecting. I took my bike on a cruise, and I just happened to go on 8th and Ocean Drive, and it is bonkers on a Thursday at 4 o'clock p.m. yesterday. So
Oh, cool.
that's it. That's my update.
How are you going to measure
How's
response? And
everything
you
with you?
just, oh, yeah, I was going to say, how are you going to measure response? Then oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh,
I
okay.
hear you.
All right. Are you looking at like just how many people click through? Like, do you know the whole parts of the funnel in terms of this ad would cause this many
No,
clicks, which then
um,
produce this
I'm
many like cards or
I'm looking
whatever?
at. Okay, yeah. So your 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 Facebook business manager recently named Meta Business Suite or something like that.
Sure.
It's going to provide you the metrics of how many impressions were made, how many clicks were made, and then I get emails on people that actually attempted to make a purchase. Um, I review that email, and then I decide if I could fulfill that order or not. It doesn't automatically deduct funds from their account,
Gotcha. And that's through your
and
website. You're
I
doing that?
through the website.
Okay.
I have two open tickets with Microsoft still. One is my Pulumi solution no longer deploys Azure Functions to a Azure Function app. It just creates the Azure Function app shell and it's empty. So I'm like, all right, well, how do I work around this? So what if I just attempt to deploy a Azure Function app manually? Surely it should have the Azure Functions inside of it, and I can authenticate with GitHub. I just get a whole bunch of JavaScript pop-up error windows. Submitted a ticket to Microsoft support like about maybe 4 days ago, and they're calling me every other day. This one's kind of more aggressive than the other ticket that I have, and the support um, analyst that's managing that. So yeah, and to go into the other support ticket is dealing with also security. Specifically, I wasn't able to connect to deployed Azure functions,
Hmm.
and so that's what that one's about. So, like, maybe I think this is going to definitely be a discussion for Tech Conception YouTube channel. But like, how stifled I get relying on third-party dependencies, and how it completely like shuts down my progress, and like I don't know, it just takes away my fire, man. Where now I'm like, okay, how can I continue being productive It took me like 3 days to figure out that I could still write a service for GPS dependent catalogs, meaning that near a chair and umbrella station, customers can view a catalog and they won't see chairs and umbrellas in the catalog, but they'll see everything else. So I don't compete with that business, so that I could give that business, the chair and umbrella attendants, a kickback when customers make requests that they can accommodate, but then they refer Beach Mobile. Take a deep breath. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe that's why.
that's my
So like,
brain dump.
I think DHA's. Um, I think he's the guy
David
who.
Hannemeyer Hansen.
Yeah, I think he's the Y Combinator guy, right? But they like he did his whole post
No,
about how they're leaving the cloud. He's not. Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was involved
no,
with that.
I don't think
37
DHH is.
signals,
I don't.
boot camp,
I don't think he
maybe.
is.
Yeah. Hmm. Um, but I think that they're leaving the cloud for a number of reasons. Um, probably some of those reasons um, are true, but yeah, I don't know. There's.
It's. I mean, obviously, I'm listening.
I was gonna say there's more control over. Like if you just put yourself in control of things, I
I'm
think
listening.
things. Yeah, things tend to work a little better. The audio must be off a little bit or something because it seems like a little weird. If my mic is set up correctly.
There's more control, but the infrastructure is already written by a third party, and that's what they do. Versus me, not a development team, not an organization, having to like build out more compensating infrastructure or ecosystem.
Hmm.
You know what would really help is if I weren't the lone developer building all this out.
Yeah, find somebody who actually
This is me,
likes.
Vincent.
Find someone who actually likes
What's up?
deploying crap.
I need to find somebody that is better than me, which they usually have their own interests and they don't care about what I'm trying to do.
Unless you got money.
Oh, yeah. So I'm debating if I should do 100 or 200. I think one.
Yeah,
You
my
must have
audio is
money.
off.
Yeah, I don't have that. My contract's. I don't. I think my contract has been. I don't know. It finished like 3 months ago. I updated my resume. Yeah, I noticed that you have like delayed responses,
Yeah, I'm gonna try exiting and rejoining.
and your picture just froze. Can you hop out and hop back in? Yeah, actually, it shows that my signal is low too. I see you're in here. I'm just trying to plug in something that doesn't want to be plugged in.
Any
That
better?
probably is not. I mean, I hear you. I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference. It
Oh,
shows that my signal is low too.
maybe it's all those spring breakers stealing all the bandwidth down there.
Well, that's like 10 minutes down the road. I did a dry run for photo shoot a couple days ago, and I think that went okay. I got a photo shoot scheduled for tomorrow morning, in which I still don't have any authoritatively established models. I might have to pull an Eddie Murphy, man, like Nutty Professor, and start dressing up in different costumes to pose as different characters. I'm
Yeah,
dead serious.
just get like a blonde wig and like a I don't know.
Uh,
There you go. That'd be kind of funny though.
Yeah.
We're trans community friendly.
What is all this going on?
Yeah. Oh man. Am I coming through in real time now
I'll
though?
show you.
Well, me or
Yeah. Let
real
me
time?
quickly show you some Instagram photos. Yeah, I hear you. Let me show you some photos. Present my screen. Why does all this look different now? Well, no. It says Instagram, so in theory, I should just be able to click Instagram. You see my screen? Please tell
Yeah.
me you do. Yeah. So, uh, here, here's what I captured in the photo shoot.
I saw
Dry
that.
run. Okay. Oh, so hold on. You follow me on Instagram? Oh,
No, no, you
I
sent
think
them.
I shared it on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, or, yeah,
You
you
want to
shared
see
on
the
Twitter.
outdoor toilet? You want to see
Sure.
the toilet? Where's the video at? Toilet.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for grandma and grandpa
See,
and people
you
that
gotta
have
clean up the
enlarged
crap when it's all
prostates.
done. Yeah.
Well, no. So we have dog beaches, and so on Saturday, Sunday mornings in Hallover, I think there's an opportunity to rent out cabanas for dog lovers that take their dog to the beach in the morning and let them run
Hmm.
around, protect them from the heat. And then I want I said I needed some white people, man. I can't keep having black people, right?
Yeah.
White people spend money. Sorry. So uh recruited some white spring breakers. They were playing spike ball, but unfortunately I didn't capture that in the video. That would have been really, really helpful. They were from Pennsylvania. They were dental students. It was like five of them.
Hmm.
So I think I'm not sure if I should run this ad because it's more spring breaky or run this ad because I think it communicates more to, I don't know, a courier and delivering stuff. What are your thoughts?
Can you run them both? A/B test them.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. No,
50 bucks on each.
you're so
Yeah.
smart.
I just listen to the products folks
Uh,
every once in a while and what their lingo is. Oh, you just
the
got to run an A/B test.
yeah, this one doesn't really pop as much as I think this is good for a flyer, but I don't think it pops as an ad. I don't know. I'm not a graphic designer, man. I have to pay people to do this stuff. All right, yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. Where am I at? Where's Gambler at?
So those
My
shrimp
one.
trays that you had in the video, did you end up eating those shrimp trays, or do they
Yeah,
keep
no,
pretty
I
well?
smashed it. That wasn't that wasn't for that wasn't for any of the uh people that showed up to take photos and help Beach Mobile.
Yeah.
I smashed that. I mean, it's likely that there's probably going to be a beach party tomorrow morning for the photo shoot in order to like. Let me start over. Did I tell you the website, or the photographer company that I hired
Yeah. Yeah. I think we looked
for
at that
Saturday?
a couple times ago.
Photostatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent him some samples of what I was trying to capture and told him, hey, like I captured this with my phone, but like you're the expert, you're the professional. Um, you, I need you to help me understand what's going to market and how to present it because I don't know how to do this. So you said okay, we'll see. His name is Charles. He has like an Eastern European accent.
Charles. Charles in charge.
I don't know how Chuck is derived from Charles. I don't like it.
That is a good question. Maybe ChatGPT knows.
Because in theory, Chucky, the Dow serial killer. In theory, you could probably his name is probably Charles.
Charles.
You remember the show Charles in Charge?
Yeah, yeah.
That was my favorite show.
I you know what? I gotta look at that one again. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Okay, that's Scott Baio. And it was,
Scott Bell was Charles in Charge. I think you're right.
yeah, he was.
Holy crap, he's old.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't put two and two together.
Charles in charge. You know, I know the
No,
reference,
no, I'm
and I
confusing Scott Bale with somebody else.
yeah,
I confuse Scott Bale with Christian Bale. Is it Christian Bale? Who was American Psycho? That was Christian Bale.
Jim Bill, yeah.
Okay, I confused the two. Oh, that's Scott Bale. Yeah, he's older now. He was in Happy Days. No, this can't be the same one. Charles in charge of our days and our lives. 1984 to 1990. Okay, it went like 6 years. Yeah. Apparently Charles
Yeah.
Charles has a higher priority than Beach Mobile.
No, no. Sorry. Yeah, there's no really good help about why Chuck is short for Charles. It just is. It's like Bob and Robert. Hey, you changed a word there, or a letter
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Anyways, how's your project going? Hey, Gamlor. I
Nope.
expect a few calls. I'll probably drop in and out randomly. Switzerland. I
I like
saw
how
this hot chick from
considered.
Switzerland yesterday on the beach. Oh my gosh, she's smoking. Anyways,
It's got to go to
sorry.
Europe
That
and find nice ladies.
that was an
Helps
involuntary
mobile.
Tourette's conscious thought that I didn't realize my.
I think my audio might be off again.
What's that?
I think my audio might be off again, possibly.
Oh, your audio's cutting out again.
It might be, yeah, it might be
Oh.
off again. I'm gonna put my finger up and say one, and then I'll see how long it goes. One.
The video actually flickered when you did that.
Now I can't hear myself. So,
Yeah, I can't hear you.
oh man, I'll try leaving again.
Someone streaming Netflix during our video stream.
No, I'm hardwired, so
Yeah, it's off bad. How do I check my speed? Gambler, how do I check my speed? Is it IP config? I don't. How do I check my speed on the command line?
how do you check your speed on the command line?
My bandwidth.
I don't know. I always just go to speed tests in Google and run it, or in Ookla or whatever.
Speed test. And then it says run speed test. The speed test usually transfers less than 40 megabytes of data, but may transfer more data. All right, here we go. I'm at a whopping. Uh-oh. I'm
Yeah,
averaging 4 megabits per second.
I'm at 400 megabits
That's
up
not
and
good.
down. It's not me, it's you, man. No.
Well, why is it you're at 400? Well,
Yeah.
it is. Uh oh, it says 21 megabits. Well, 20 should be straight, right?
Hey, I would think so, but I don't know how much.
So it says 2.36 download and then 18.9 upload. Yeah, so that's me. But
Just
every time
uploading
you
too fast.
reconnect, it's clearer. So the problem is with me until you disconnect and then reconnect, which is strange.
Either that or my connection to Chicago is just really good. And then,
Well, Miami's a third world city inside the United States of America, so
yeah, but nothing's going on with me. Just same old crap. Not knowing what I want to do with anything. So, but it's St. Patrick's Day and I have no green to wear, so I might have to send my wife to go and get some green. Let's sick all week actually. I took Monday off, half a Tuesday. I've just been lollygagging the rest of the week at work.
how's that treating you?
Being sick, not great.
Um, your job.
Oh, it's fine. Except for I
That's
have
a
this like project that's running on for forever, and I don't want to do it.
Is it suffering from third party dependencies or just people? Or the answer is yes.
Sort of. Yes, it's actually there's something I want to look at today for it, but um, it's mostly just like a propagation of data from one database into a Elasticsearch cluster, and I don't know what it is about the project, but it's not like really delivering a lot of value. It's not gonna achieve much, so I'm just like I'm okay with just letting it roll and going and taking it as slow as possible. But the manager's kind of now like, no, we gotta get this done. It's top priority. It's like, well, why is it top priority? It's well because it's been going on for so long.
Well, it's a top priority because his bonus is attached to it.
Well, no, it's a her, but it's yeah, her bonus isn't. There's no bonus attached to it as far as I know. Although I don't know. We're not. So we're part of eBay now. So their bonus structure comes into effect, but not until we join up with them. I think.
eBay. I forgot they existed.
Yeah, I get to be part of the
It.
eBay family. Well,
I
we're
mean,
technically already, but
is their main source of revenue just PayPal now?
no, PayPal technically split off. I think. I'm
I
not
thought they
sure if
acquired
they.
it.
I'm not sure if they roll up. No, well, yeah, I'm not sure if they roll up into it, but actually, I'm not sure.
Because I don't know anybody be like, yeah, I'm waiting on an eBay package.
Well, you got to be really into collectibles, I suppose. Um,
Okay.
but I mean, they do a lot. I mean, billions of dollars a year in stuff. So
Man, I can't imagine them. Okay, $1 billion a year versus billions of dollars a quarter are two different things. Okay, maybe. Like I'm comparing them to Amazon and like how ubiquitous Amazon is. You like my big words?
yeah,
It's part
no,
of my common vocabulary now. I've used it so much.
yeah, I don't think Amazon's really tapped into the like used item market very much. I mean, they do, but it's not the same.
Well, they would have to. That would probably challenge their return policy, and if they have an appetite for, if they believe there's a return on investment for supporting that used products. I mean, that's what I would consider.
Yeah.
Because I thought like a quarter of their purchases get returned, and then that costs money to figure out if it goes in the garbage or it gets repackaged.
Yeah, or they just never have you return it. Yeah, so they spun off in 2015. PayPal did. So eBay is a totally separate, publicly traded company.
How's your brother's or brother-in-law's business going? I think his brother-in-law. He has a game store.
Yeah, yeah. He's doing all right. He actually is buying a building. Um, it's in a crap location though, so we'll see how that goes for him. But he's thinking about moving to mostly online, anyways. I think so, or really expanding up his online presence. So you kind of need in that business, you kind of like need a store to take inventory in, but then you don't necessarily need it to
Oh, you
sell
mean a
through.
warehouse?
Yeah, yeah, it's basically a warehouse that he's buying. I mean, it's a nice enough looking building and stuff. It's just kind of off the beaten path a little bit. Um, so you're not going to get just drive by traffic that's like, oh yeah, that's there. I'm going to go to that right now. It's like you got to be wanting to go there. But the thing about owning a building though is that even if he halved his customer base, he's going to be making the same amount because technically his expenses will be halved. Because renting a space in like a
Yeah,
higher
no.
traffic area is like three times as much.
Yeah, my solution is renting a van and throwing my inventory in that and calling it a mobile warehouse.
Yeah, and then
So
who knows what he can do with it in terms of he's got space, so maybe he can set up some additional services that he doesn't currently offer. You know, he's talked about before about trying to set up like just arcade machines and things like that, but or like a lounge. But
now I'll tell you that the output of this photo shoot tomorrow is going to go towards Groupon, TripAdvisor, Yelp, and Google Business. We had this
mhm,
conversation. Okay.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Then I don't know if I'm really. You mentioned it, and I had already considered it. Creating yet another YouTube channel, reviewing beach products, which I mean, it can only help. It's just I got like three of them already channels.
Well, just make it a Beach Mobile channel.
That reminds me.
Review the
I think
product
I
and then put your ad for Beach Mobile at the end. If you like this product or whatever, or blah blah blah, you can get it at Beach Mobile, blah blah blah, if you're in this area. Otherwise, use the link below, blah blah blah, which is an affiliate link
I
to
guess so.
Amazon.
I'm just questioning the return on investment. Are there people that are interested? Yeah, but that is a very, very niche. I always confuse niche with niche. Which one?
Mm, I don't know.
That's a very, very niche market.
I know I always use niche, but
Niche sounds fancier. It sounds elegant. It sounds French.
niche is a notch or a small incision. A misspelling of niche.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
What did we do before Google or the internet? I remember. We were cavemen. Okay.
Now we're okay with
We were
being
happy.
using. Yeah, we were happier. That's what it was. So how long are you going to turn until you turn Beach Mobile into Beach AI, and it'll be powered by Chat GPT or GPT-4?
I don't know what that would even look like. I don't even think there would be any value in that.
Yeah, I don't know how it would. I can't imagine how it would be set up. But
The AI part, which I don't think AI is required, would forecast the inventory today and what locations need to be on deck. in order to satisfy that inventory, or in order to satisfy the distribution, right? So it has to be smart enough to say in South Beach between South Point and Eighth and Ocean, this is the inventory that you need to have. You need to have 500 units of this and 200 units of that. That's not really AI. That's just data that, well, I guess it is AI if you're forecasting it. Well, no, it's not. The Weather Channel doesn't use AI. The Weather Channel just takes conditions and history and then makes a hypothesis. Not that I'm a meteorologist. I don't know why they call it meteorologist. What does that have to do with meteors?
I think we've had this discussion
Should
before.
be called a participant. Part, participant. I'm mixing
Maybe
I'm mixing participation with precipitation. Hold on, what's it called? Snow on the ground, rain. Partic.
pers-
What?
per- I can't say it now. Precipitation.
I mix
Precipitation.
per
Precipitation. I think it's what
precipitation. I'm mixing precipitation with participation.
but like so maybe meteor is maybe that refers to what falls from the sky or something like that. And meteors are just
Yeah, but they were called meteorologists.
meteor. It's probably like a
Sorry,
Latin
gambler.
term.
I just saw your message of the LAN cable plugged in or the speed to the internet.
Okay.
If you're talking about the internet speed, I'm straight Wi-Fi, and Sean said he's hardwired.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm hardwired. I never. Yeah, I don't use Wi-Fi if I don't have to. Um, so
Smug.
meteor is derived from meteorum.
My net rock
The
smug.
Greek meteoron is the plural form meaning atmospheric phenomenon or anything in the heavens, which is why meteorologist probably makes sense for it. It just happens to be that a meteor or a meteor, a meteorite is also a atmospheric phenomenon, anything from the heavens.
I wonder what the day in the life of a meteorologist is. It doesn't sound like it's exciting unless there's like a hurricane or a tornado. And then you would think that they were sadistic if they get excited about that because it's going to bring in ratings.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to assume like nowadays that they all just look at some sort of central website and then just regurgitate what, like, oh, the forecast for your day is what you could look up on weather.com. It'll be raining, blah 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 blah. I mean, how many of
Yeah,
have
it's
you?
not really needed. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right. It's just like libraries.
maybe they go to meteorology just to know how to refer to the weather. I
They
don't.
do it for old people until old people die off. That's the only reason. That's the reason why
Yeah,
we have half the things that we have now because of old people that don't want to get with modern times. Libraries are the new homeless shelters, and the I don't know, and old people that go to it because they
I
don't want
used
to
to
get with
go
the
to
program.
the library to go on the internet back in the day.
I think everybody did in the
90s,
1990s.
yeah. So
Now
mad.
they're no
Chat
seriously.
room.
Libraries are homeless shelters now.
Not in
At
my
least,
town.
well, you live in the burbs, and you probably
No, I don't
have
live in the
police that
burbs. I
don't
live in the
play that.
like a rural small city, so we just don't have a huge homeless
Well, how
population.
many? Yeah, I was gonna say how many homeless people live in a small rural in a international like city? Like that's where they go to, man. And they don't get me started. I get so sick and tired of people abusing the amenities of public funded parks and facilities because they keep coming down here. They keep moving down here and trashing the place. Pay $2,500 a month, and like they just I don't know. They just trash everything when I go outside to try to enjoy like my surroundings.
You just
I'm
need to
done. I'm
you
done
need to
venting.
make enough money with Beach Mobile to build your private beach house, and then you'll have your own like plot of land, and then you can just kick them off.
I'm gonna
They're
build
trespassing
a
my private beach.
I gotta go back to Cleveland, grab my dog, bring her down here, and sick her on the people that are littering. I'll do that. There was a huge fire yesterday morning that I'm almost positive they started, probably lighting up a crack pipe.
Oh, spring breakers.
No, no, not spring breakers. But when I say it's a lot, there's an influx of homeless people now coming to South Beach or now coming to Miami Beach. There's an
Mhm.
influx. The states up north say I'm tired of this repeat offender that no matter how many times we put him in jail, we can't get money out of him because he doesn't have money. So basically, he's a burden on taxpayers because no matter how many times we kidnap him and put him in jail, he's not going to bail out because he doesn't have any money. He can't pay for any court costs. So you know what? F that. We're just going to ship him down to Florida, and that's what they do. Your Pennsylvania, your Ohio, your northern states. They take people that are a burden on their society and they put them on buses and ship them down here, especially during the fall and winter time.
Well, it's better than having them freeze to death up here. So,
No, have them freeze to death.
where's your compassion, man? These
I have
people are.
I have compassion for homeless people. I don't have compassion for bums. I don't. I don't have. I don't like when like if I were a homeowner, I would be even more stringent because I'm like, yo, my property value is going down because these people are literally taking ish at the. I remember like this is like probably 3 or 4 years ago. I was walking my dog, and like there's like beach showers, right?
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
and I
you
saw this
told me
homeless
about this.
dude. Yeah, okay, so I don't have to go through
Taking
it
a
again.
deuce. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just takes its toll, man. If you move out one area that's not providing for you, that you feel like isn't like adding value, like I don't know, Cleveland, and you decide to like really buckle down and pay way more money, almost 3 times as much money to live in something more bougie where you think that maybe you'll have a better opportunity to network, and you do, but then all of a sudden like people start moving down here and ruining the aesthetics, and you used to look forward to going out in the mornings and going for a walk, and now you're like hopscotching syringes and spent condoms. It takes its toll. I see spent condoms every day when I go to the beach now.
Yeah, time to move to like
Yeah, they like to have gay sex. I'm tired of it, man.
just move to like Fort
Tired.
Myers or something like that. Isn't that like one of the better areas now?
Yes, yes. I'm
There you
done
go.
venting. I'm about to get canceled again.
But you can't
Again.
ride your bike.
I
Yeah.
rode my
Did you
bike.
get canceled once?
I got shadow banned by Twitter.
Oh,
The only reason why you see my messages is because Twitter knows that I engage with you more than anybody else. Well, between you and Nodi. No, I'll post things and like it'll have a week will go by and it'll have like 30 impressions.
it's because you stopped tagging random people.
You said I need to tag random people.
Yeah, just put like Uncle Bob on every single one of them
I'll put Obama.
until he says stop. They'll start
No,
blocking you.
I'll put Me Too. Yeah, I'm gonna start tagging Me Too for software development topics. So
Yeah, you have that problem? Me too.
completely hijack their agenda.
Yeah. Oh man.
That should be Stack Overflow's rebranding. MeToo.com. Question and answer forum.
Yeah. They have the Me Too button. It's like a retweet type thing. That's the thing. We gotta just redefine Stack Overflow with ChatGPT already built in, so it answers the questions that don't need to be asked anymore.
I'm getting tired of people asking me if I do I know about Chat GPT. How many people? How many of your neighbors and like I don't know dentists have asked you like, hey, are you familiar with Chat GPT? Like why are you asking me? It went from, hey, can you look at my computer to, hey, have you heard of ChatGPT? Like,
That's because
yeah,
everybody's freaking out about it because it's going to have a. I mean, it should still have a big. Like we're in the uptake part, right? But
yeah. I still don't
we're
know what
still in the
ChatGPT
learning bit.
4 is because I decided that I don't care about
But it's
the
not Chat
features.
GPT-4. It's
I mean,
GPT-4, which is just a better
is
version of GPT-3, which is what Chat GPT is based on. So, but you can use GPT-4, I think, with Chat GPT if you don't have the free version or whatever.
what does 4 bring that 3 doesn't?
It's just better
It's
at
bug fixes.
everything. Well, no, just another iteration of the model.
Yeah, but
So, like,
ChatGPT should automatically have 4 integrated, right?
no, Chat GPT does, but if you use I
Paid.
think the paid version of it.
Oh,
Um,
would you pay for it?
I'm not sure. I've actually thought about trying out Copilot, GitHub Copilot, to see if that actually would help. But I think I'd have to wait till I get more into. Actually, I just don't know. I gotta just look at it. I actually have a task, I think, to explore that for productivity gains. Because in order to like justify the cost, I have to show like, okay, here's how long this takes without thing, and here's how long it takes with the thing or whatever. Um, but yeah, GPT-4 is just better at things. So like it's in the 90th percentile for the bar exam, where the GPT-3 is in like the 10th percentile, and
You know
it's
the
yeah.
you know what commercial popped up in my head? Watch this. Let me see if it's recorded on YouTube first, and then the mind is weird. Do you know that?
The mind is weird, yeah, for sure.
You know what literally just popped up into my head when you said GPT-4 is just better. Watch this. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen.
Sure.
Either the mind is weird or Scott Nimrod's weird. Hold up. This might be before your time. Share. You see my screen?
Genesis done.
16-bit arcade graphics.
On Nintendo, Genesis done.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo, Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis done.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free.
Genesis done.
What Nintendo? Buy a 16-bit Genesis system between now and October 31st and get an extra game.
What
Yep.
Nintendo don't.
That's what my mind immediately. I don't know why it did it, but my mind immediately decided.
Genesis
Hold
done.
on.
16.
My mind immediately decided to run that commercial in my head. I can't explain why.
You just gotta make like a beach delivery or does beach mobile does
No,
what
it's
what
we
Uber
call it
Eats won't.
GPT does or GPT what 4?
What GPT does.
What GPT 3 don't.
Oh, it'll also analyze images, which visual inputs, which GPT-3 didn't do.
How you do hashtag? There we go.
Hash. You use the hash.
It says trending.
You use the sharp symbol. Oh man. Disallow prompts.
But I've been shadow banned on Twitter, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have 2 impressions by the end of today.
Genesis does. I don't know. Twitter has gotten a lot better since Musk took over, at least for me. Like everything's a lot more relevant. I think it's just because like they purged all of the people who just wanted to go on there and complain about politics. They all left for Mastodon. So now they took their echo chamber somewhere else, and now I'm just getting like things I actually care about.
How do you spell Mastodon?
Mastodon, MAST, and
So
it's like ADON, maybe.
So this is it right here. So this is where all the Trump supporters go.
Oh no, Trump supporters went to
Parlor.
Parlor or Truth after that, but then they all came back to Twitter because, except for the ones that were banned, but now most of them are unbanned. So because of Elon.
There's another
That's
Harrison
gonna be
Ford
stuck
movie
in my
coming
head
out.
all day. Thanks.
Oh, Scott Hanselman, man! Holy crap! How do they know that? I know.
They probably look at your Twitter cookie and then like, wow.
This is why aliens don't visit planet
Genesis
Earth.
does.
They look at our internet footprint and they're like, "No, we're straight. People are still primitive."
I went down the rabbit hole of watching on Monday when I was sick. I was just scrolling crap while I couldn't sleep. And it was going down about the pyramids and how like all of the Joe Rogan episodes about the like this advanced society that existed before the Egyptians.
Oh, because
You
white
know,
people didn't do it, so that's why they say it has to be aliens. You remember a History Channel?
no, that's
No,
not what
what?
that was. That's
No.
no. This is talking about the just the. I think he called it the Younger Dryad or something like that. It was probably, and not just in the Egyptians, but in the Olmecs and the giant like stone like heads that they created, and that they look like they're like either of African or Indonesian origins. And there's a lot of like interesting stuff about. And if you look at the lidar of the Amazon, like there's huge cities that are just like lost beneath the forest. It's really kind of neat.
Oh, you remember this?
I'm a Toys R Us kid. Yes. Except for I remember the song slightly different. This was the same, but gee whiz!
I bet you she's hot now.
Be a Toys R Us kid. They're probably all like 40 and smokers.
They're probably living on the sand dunes as homeless people in South Beach. Here's one right here.
I don't wanna grow up, don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna grow up, don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna
Oh, that would hurt.
I still think that.
Just go back to
Hold
that.
on, what?
Go back to that kid jumping on the
grow
no, before that.
I wanna grow up.
Oh!
I wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. From bike to trains to video games, the
Back
big toy store there is.
kids played with toys.
I wanna grow up.
I like to play with toys every once in a while, but it's definitely mostly digital stuff.
So the question is, at what era would you have rather been a kid? In the 80s, 90s, millennium? I'll still pick the 80s.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say the 80s is good. I wish
was
I was
just-
actually born a little bit earlier than I was. Like 85 was when I was born, so it's like that's a good year. But
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel
I
like
was
it was
born in
less.
like 1980.
I feel like it was less confused people. The internet confused humanity. People are trying to figure out their identities, and the internet effed it up.
Yeah,
It did. Like we went from fathers being around to the internet taking its place, and it's unfortunate. That is the diagnosis that I made last night in South Beach during spring break. So yeah, they're like, Scott, you shouldn't be so hard. How do you know? I'm like, look at him. Like, look at him, man. You could tell that There is no structure. There is no father. Everybody wants to look alike. They have stupid tattoos going up their butt cheek. Like, come on, man.
You got to move to the Midwest.
I'm from the
Not
Midwest.
not Ohio. Ohio is like the
Midwest.
butthole of the Midwest.
It's East Coast of the
It's the
Midwest.
butthole of the
That
Midwest,
would be
man.
Detroit.
You got to come to like Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, then go a little bit
Those
west,
to do what?
maybe.
Retire? Who moves up north to retire?
You can focus on mountain delivery,
I wonder if I could use
mountain mobile. Go
my
to yeah, plains mobile.
I wonder if I could use my 128th Indian ethnicity and move to an Indian reservation. Like
Probably
we'll
not.
call yeah. If you ask any black person if they have Indian in them, they'll say yeah. And then if you say what tribe, they're going to say Cherokee.
That's what white people do too, though.
Really?
Yeah,
They,
Elizabeth Warren's like the poster child for this one. She like she actually did say that, and she's not. She took like a DNA test. Not at all.
yeah, they don't say Navajo. They don't say Blackfoot. They don't say what is it? Sioux? How you, S I
Sue.
O U
Yeah,
X E? I don't know how to spell it. No, they'll
yeah,
just say Cherokee.
yeah. We've got the like Ojibwe are the big ones in the area that we're in.
What's
Around, I mean.
They don't even say Apache, and Apache is cooler. All
Yeah,
right, the Apache helicopter.
yeah. Well, they were fierce, right? The Apaches.
Well, I think Geronimo was Cherokee, right?
I'm not sure what Geronimo was.
I'm almost positive. I don't know if you spell it with a G or I think you spell it with a G.
Let's see. Geronimo. Oh, I was trying to see if what tribe he was part of. He's Apache. Geronimo is Apache.
Oh, same thing.
Sacagawea was Shoshone. Black Hawk doesn't say. Sequoia's Cherokee.
Gambler,
Pocahontas was.
Gambler says he goes to the library often for kids' books. Pervert.
Yeah. I like to hang in the kids section with the games and stuff. No, no, we have board games I think at our library now too, and they do like events, reading events and stuff. But I haven't been to one of
I
those in
used
forever.
I used to go to the library after school on Tuesday afternoons because it was like they had some program after school program and I used to go there. Of course, I was kind of fortunate. My elementary school and my library was on the same street that I lived on. So I was a true latchkey kid. I would walk home for lunch, have my lunch and then walk back to school
Oh, nice.
at like the age of like 6, 7.
Yeah, I walked to
So
and from school for most of my childhood.
I would ignore the
So
crossing guards and just jaywalk.
yeah, they start coming out. And you just walk. I'm supposed to protect you, man. You see any guards coming? I know how to look both ways, bitch. you
uh,
know. Oh man. Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a
dude. I
question.
used to walk one time when I was walking to high school, like it was so cold out, this old lady just stops and's like, I'm giving you a ride the rest of the way. And I'm like, all right, I think I could take this old lady if she's gonna try to, you know, kill
Uh,
me or something. So
that's a question. Is what are the means? And I know it's getting late. Well, what are the means for disciplining your child like physically, right? Um, is them is a is your child not looking both ways and just running into the street as they cross grounds for physical discipline? How many times do you have to tell them no, no, look both ways before you have to make them remember the pain of what happened last time they didn't do what you said?
yeah, I don't know. I suppose that there's probably like a like start by reasoning with them. Like, and I feel like you have to reason with them more as they get older. Like little kids will remember, but um, but yeah, I don't know. Um, I
Yeah.
guess and different kids are different kids, right? Because I think I was a kid where my parents told me to look both ways because this, I do that, like, where I'm just very cautious about things. But I'm a tend to be an overly cautious person, and we all have different degrees of risk tolerance, and some people have a lot higher risk tolerance and don't are okay with just being like, you know what, I'm gonna cross the street without looking both ways. Screw it.
Yeah,
Whereas I'm
but
like,
how many, what percentage of children actually have to routinely go to the hospital and have to routinely review their medical bills? And the answer is the majority don't, right?
yeah,
And so as
that's because they
you
learn to
grow
look both
into,
ways.
well, as you grow into being an adult, you kind of respect that the human body needs to be preserved and needs to be taken care of. And I don't know, it's not in your interest to get into an accident, lose your teeth, lose a leg, whatever. So what I do, maybe I would apply the same thing before like pulling out the leather belt. Yeah, because that's the way I was raised. Um, is to, for the same reason that I binge watch motorcycle fatalities and I look at the gruesome details. I also do the same thing with war. I look at like gruesome like details of imagery. I wonder if that's the last stage of showing a child like, yo, look at this decapitated teenager that didn't look both ways. Look at all his guts just spilled out into the street. Do you really want that to happen to you? Look both ways before you cross twice. Right? I still do that myself. I literally go like this again, and then I
Yeah.
cross. So I do the same thing almost when I'm on my motorcycle. I'll go like this. I don't know if you ever watch my motorcycle vlog, but you can see me looking like this
Well, yeah.
and
I
then
mean,
getting over.
I'd be more scared about motorcycles because people don't see motorcycles. I'm assuming that more people die on
Dude,
motorcycles because of not being
I
seen
had to
them.
uppercut someone's window off their car like 2 weeks ago because they almost ran me off the road. And I
Yeesh.
pulled up to them. I'm like, "Yo, do you not see me?" And the lady's like, I'm like, so we got to a red light. And then pulled out. That was my first time uppercutting someone's mirror, but she didn't care about my life at
Yeah.
all. Like I was honking at her, revving my engine, trying to let her know she was running me off the road. She did not care.
Hmm.
So this is why I can't own a gun.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the of our broadcast. So
Yeah. Time has come.
I'm
I suppose tonight will be
turn
wild because it's spring break and it's St.
Thursday was
Patty's.
ridiculous.
St.
And that
Patty's
was
today, right?
Thursday. Is it?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you get like a lot of St.
Yeah,
Patrick's celebrations down there?
so again, you're talking to me, so a lot of things rely on demographic, right? I think it's recognized by people of European descent. It's not really, you don't go to the hood and people are dressed up in green for
Everyone's
St. Patrick's
Irish
Day.
today. It's like what it is.
In mixed establishments, maybe, but spring like I doubt it. Maybe where I live up here, maybe. I mean, the police are going to shut it down. Like if they see kegs or anything, they're going to shut it down. They don't play around up here because they don't want to make the news. They don't want to make the headlines, at least national headlines. They don't want to do that. So they use overwhelming zero tolerance on spring breakers. What's that? What's the saying or phrase? Um, Go on vacation, not on probation, or something like that. That's the banner that they hang up during spring break.
God, man, that's wild.
Yeah,
You live in a different world, man. That's what you do.
it's. I live in a city that's extreme
Yeah, you just
that
need to
most people
become
take
a
vacation to.
snowbird like we have up here. So live
I
your
would
summers in
do.
Minnesota on a lake, then you'd go down. I bet. Well, I was gonna say
I would
you
consider Alaska, maybe Juneau, Alaska, just to knock off on a bucket list.
to live in Juneau, Alaska.
No, I wouldn't live there. I would probably hang out for a couple weeks and try to get some work done. And like, I don't know.
Alaska's real nice. I mean,
Gun down
not the
some
towns,
grizzly
but the
bears or something. I
the
wouldn't gun
the
them down. I'll
natural
probably use a
stuff.
bow and arrow. Use a bow and arrow on some grizzly bears and see what they taste like.
Yeah, I was telling my nephew this because we went up to Alaska. I don't remember what year it was, but it would have been like 2010 maybe or something like that. And we went to the like Denali area, and there's like
Denali, as in like GMC, the
yeah,
same name. Is that
well,
where they derive their name from for off
yeah,
road?
yeah.
I didn't know
Denali
that.
was Mount McKinley, now it's Mount Denali, formerly
Okay.
Mount Denali again. I suppose it started as Denali, um, but that's the largest mountain in the United States or in the North America actually. So, um, and barely anybody gets to see that mountain, by the way, because it's always covered in clouds. We went up there, we got a perfect, it was perfectly clear, so we got to see the whole thing in its splendor. But they have people there that basically like Aramark, this company will, if you get up there, they just pay like for your housing and your food and everything, or board, room and board type thing. Then you just work the season up there as a season worker. I was telling my nephews this because like if I could go back in time and let's say I
You're
was
an
single,
indentured servant.
no, no, you're getting like you're working and you're living
You're
and
you're a sharecropper.
yeah, but it's like you get to be in like the nicest, one of the like coolest places, natural places on the earth, man. I don't know.
It
It's
reminds me of the documentary I saw on Netflix, where in California in the mountains, like hippies from like other countries go there to work in the marijuana um,
probably
fields, and then they they go missing.
yeah. You should go up to Alaska though.
So I
Take
could go
the
missing.
take the ride from dude, the drive from Anchorage to Seward is one of the coolest drives ever that I've been on because you're
For a
going like,
motorcycle or for a car?
well, I'm sure it would be good on a motorcycle too. We were just in a rental car, but it's just like you're surrounded by like you're going through these mountains and it's really really cool. Um, I don't know. Seward's a nice little small like you know coastal town or whatever,
What are you doing
but
up there?
we were up there for vacation. My wife and I like you said like 10 years ago. Maybe it's gotten crappy now.
Is that flight longer than the flight to Hawaii?
I haven't been to Hawaii,
Well,
so
you're
I'm
in
not sure. But
Minnesota, so I forget we're in
it's
two
still a
different
really
areas.
long. I mean, it's still a really long flight though from here. It takes a while to get up there. Um, what you
Mm.
should do is just go to Seattle and take the Alaskan cruise up to Alaska, and then you can do that instead of going to the Dominican Republic next time.
I'll go to Mentor
Get
in
COVID.
Seattle. That might be doable.
Get COVID on a
I haven't been in Seattle in like 10 years.
thing.
You know, I lived up there for like a year.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that. Huh.
I didn't like it, dude. I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
it's. I think Oregon and or Portland and Seattle are. I think they're both kind of going on the crapple or whatever.
I'm not
Or
a fan of the West Coast. I'm not. East Coast and Midwest, the West Coast, it's not me, dude.
hmm,
All right.
cultural stuff or what? Oh, yeah, yeah. You can get
Um.
going.
So cultural, yeah. Like, okay. So for California specifically, like, I just I just feel like the things that one is there's really nowhere to go that I'm aware of to vacation. They either go to Hawaii or they go to like Tijuana. Like I'm not aware of any other like place where they could say, "Hey, I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna hop on a 2 or 3 hour flight and chill." Like
Oh, gotcha.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're just out there. Me in my case, I got South America, I got the Caribbean, I got the Bahamas. Like I could pretty much go. I got way more opportunity to go anywhere. And then the other part is like, I mean, I know I'm older now, so hopefully it's less relevant. But like, what they value in the streets there versus what's valued in the streets over here. Like over there on the West Coast, like you got like just heavy gang banging over colors, and it's like I don't feel like choking out somebody or getting shot because my favorite color is red.
Yeah.
All right, I don't feel like
Okay.
someone challenging me on the streets as I'm walking down the street being a tourist. Ask me what set I claim.
Yeah,
Like it's what's up?
I know we're done with it, but I actually watched something about, I don't remember what it was on. It might have been a Joe Rogan thing, but they talked about how the gangs have mostly been killed off or shut down by the cartels.
I
Like,
think I saw the same thing,
yeah.
but it's still
Hmm.
real. It's
Yeah.
there's still Bloods and Crips out there, and they
Hmm.
still heavily patrol their neighborhoods. And if you wear the wrong color, then there's drama that rings out. It's just so different from over here. Over here, we care about things that matter, like he stole my drugs or he owes me money.
Yeah.
Give a damn about what color you
Or
wear.
like your Instagram video all the
Yeah.
time. Okay.
I
All right.
still think about getting whatever you call it, the thing that disrupt a signal blocker.
Signal
I thought
blocker.
about it for the movie theater, and now I'm thinking about it for Miami Beach. So, but
Just so those
it's a federal crime if you get caught.
block signals. Yeah, I suppose.
Peace.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep.
See
See
ya.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, see you, gambler. Take care. What was your last message? And they have also tabletop games and stuff besides booking. Oh, when we called you a pervert. All right, we'll catch up. See you. I was just joking about that.